Hello everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam and welcome to a new series which we will be working on over the next few weeks and probably months. It's going to be one of those series where we revisit regularly with no set schedule, and it's just going to slot in around Scrap Backwards, other hops and other things going on my channel. And it's one that I have been meaning to do for quite a long time, and as time has gone on it's built up, and so I thought whilst I was having a major declutter and sort out recently, it is time to give it a kickstart and give it a try. Now I don't know about you guys, but for some reason, whether it be I've started things and then got bored, because it does happen, or I have moved on to something else, or I've started too many things at once, which I think we all can do sometimes, but I have quite a lot of unfinished projects. So that may be as simple as I have done some mixed media on a page and not used it, or I've backed some cut files and not used them, I've started a layout, I've done some fussy cutting, I've built a layout but not stuck it all down. I've got all sorts like that. So I have sorted them out into two boxes, and this series is going to be all about tackling those unfinished projects. So I thought I'd just do a quick intro video and show you what we have and what I will be working on, and then as and when there will be a video popping up over the next few weeks working on one of those. Now I will do a lot of them as process videos and other videos here on my channel. Some of them I may work on off camera and then show you the end result, and there'll be different variations of it like that. It'll just depend on what works at that particular time for that particular project. But the aim is to get all of these projects finished in 2023. I know we're only in July, but this year is going super fast despite everything that's going on. So I don't want to put too much pressure. So I'd rather just get them finished rather than say I want them all done in a week or something unrealistic like that. So let me know, do you have unfinished projects, or are you the kind of person that has to finish one before you move on to another one? Or, as I say, do you have some unfinished ones as well? Grab them out and maybe you can get them done as well. So I will go through what unfinished projects I have, what I was thinking at the time, if I can remember, what I'm thinking now, and we'll see what we've got, and then we can get cracking. So I basically have them in these two boxes plus this one on top. Now this one all came about from a layout I saw online, whereby the lady who had scrapped had created a sort of hot air balloon using buttons, and I really like that idea. I don't have a ton of buttons, but I do still have a box of buttons that I just never use, to be honest. I don't know how or why I've got them. And I also had this die, which was a new die from scrapbook.com, and it was a house shaker die, and it creates a shaker pocket. So I've prepped this layout quite a lot. I've fussy cut a load of flowers from Vicky Boot in Where To Next, and some clouds, got loads of buttons, drew my circle, got my thread for the string, and a few embellishments. So that is one of the projects which I want to do, and I've got a couple of papers. I don't know whether I was planning on sticking that on that, I'm not sure, but that is certainly one that I'm going to dive right into, I think. And so this will be coming to a video very, very soon. And now if we dive into these boxes, we'll do the top one first. These are 12 by 12 art bins, basically. I think they're actually 14 by 14. I've got this stuck on the front. I'm not sure why, but I have. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that to the side. So this first one came about from an idea from Steph, and it's all about going to see Six the musical, and I wanted to create a layout and utilise lots of purple, so I've pulled in lots of purple paper. We've got some acrylic, we've got the programme. So I want to work on this somehow. I've created a giant rosette and I've also got the circles. I remember I tried to glue that together and for some reason it didn't work. So I'm going to work on that. That may be an off-camera project, but we shall see. But that is one of the projects. We've got this layout using Vicky Bootin print shop. I bundled some papers from the paper e-pack, got title and a background paper, but haven't got any further. Not sure why, but that is another project. I think this was a Scrap Squad scrap lift, where we've got these 4 panels of paper, and again I've got some embellishments, so that's another layout. This is a layout that's pretty much almost complete. I just need a photo on it. I've used a cut file, which I think is from Paige Evans, and lots of Fernwood Vicky Bootin paper. So that's going to be a nice and easy one to finish up. This was a sketch from Scrappy Sketch, and I remember it being quite awkward because I've tried to replicate the papers and that, and I've used Vicky Bootin pre-made mixed media background. I've got a layout with a photo here. Again, not really sure. Some of the paper's got a bit tatty because it's been either stored in my project car or in a shelf. So I need to work on that. Got these, which is really fun. I've cut on the Cricut a load of grass, which I think was a Paige Evans cut file. And I've used Paige Evans papers in various collections, all the greens, and some hanging pots. So that's going to be a fun layout to work on using those cut files. Who knew that I had heat embossed a cut file? But I have, and it's a sign from Paige Evans. And I've pulled in a Paige Evans paper for some Amsterdam photos in ponchos. This was another layout that is pretty much complete. I've used some vellum, and it looks like I've used an old Scrap Backwards kit and some other bits. So I'm not sure why it's not finished, but there we go. And some One Canoe 2 foam stickers. So that's going to be a nice, easy one to finish. What we might actually do is separate these a little bit. So I've got, excuse me, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layouts which are build and finish. So I'm going to put them as one, and we might end up going through them in one video. And then these are more full projects, so I'll put them in another separate one. I think that's going to be the easiest way of doing it. I fussy cut this from a Cocoa Vanilla paper, Legendary. So we've got that we can use. I think I completed this on a live on Facebook, but for whatever reason, I've not stuck anything down. I don't know whether we had technical issues or something. So that's another stick it and finish it. I've got this, which I've got all the embellishments for. I've stuck the paper down. I've used 2 Vicky Bootin mixed media papers, or one that looks like 2. So that's another cut it, stick it, finish it. This is a layout from a Vicky Bootin class quite a while ago, whereby we fussy cut these flowers. So that's another finish it, quite an easy one. I've fussy cut this floral. That's literally it, so that's a full project. This one using some Chamel papers and these fussy cut cameras from Go Now Go. Got some embellishments built up there. I have no idea what I've done on the back there. Do you ever look at something and wonder what the hell you were thinking? We've got Love You to the Moon and Back cut file from Paige Evans and a Horizon paper. So that's a project, I've not really got any further. A big photo of Mick and I. That's almost A4, but not. I think it might be 8 by 10. 10 by, yeah, it's an 8 by 10 photo. And these two, this was one paper. I fussy cut the heart, stuck it on another paper, and then got 2 papers here. These are Chamel layouts. They're actually going to go separate because did I mention Chamel's got a new collection out? I'm super excited for it. So I want to get using some Chamel products. So I think we're going to do a little bit of focus on that. So they can go in another pile. You'll have to let me know in the comments whether you guys actually like these sort of almost organising kind of videos where we go through stash or projects. Because it's just me talking to myself really, but hopefully it is something that you enjoy. I enjoy these kind of videos and I figured I'm doing it, so I might as well just chat to myself and chat to you guys whilst doing it. But if it's not something you're interested in, I get not all videos are for everybody, and that is totally a-okay. But hopefully you get something out of it nonetheless. We've got this, which is, I've basically gutted it and that's it, so that's a whole layout. Surprised to find this, loads of stamping. It's not the best quality stamping, but I'll still use it. So I just need to finish stamping that. Got a cut file from Pear Tree, I think it is. I noticed it's not straight, so I think I just got stressed with it and kind of threw it away. But it's definitely something that we could make use out of. Got this string art layout, which comes from a kit from Paige Evans, using these brads and loads of string art. So I need to do something with that. And look, like randomly I've got this, which is 2 sheets of paper. I've gutted it and backed it, and that's it. Why have I done that? Who knows? We've got a couple of Disney cut files. This is the exciting bit now. So some of these will form part of our dive into Disney die cuts series, which you've seen the first video for. But these are all page kits with Disney-esque stuff. So we've got these cut files, which is Paige Evans, I think. I know the Mickey head is. I've got tons of Chef Mickey's and Character Breakfast product. All these die cuts, this title, loads of project cards, photos, loads of treat paper, and all sorts of fun stuff there. Then we've got a Splash Mountain themed kit where we've got this die cut and Splash Mountain paper. Rock and Roller Coaster. We've got a Haunted Mansion. We have got SeaWorld. We've got the Tower of Terror with paper, photo and die cuts. We've got Expedition Everest. These papers all came from Scrappy or Trip. I love this one. How cool is this Jeep with Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Pluto? So those are all page kits with a Disney theme, which I will incorporate into Dive into Disney Die Cuts. So keep an eye out for those coming soon. We've got this, which has started off as a page and I've sort of stopped. Punched some castles, got this border. We've got a Space Mountain. So they are all my Disney projects not finished. Far from finished. So that is box 1. As you can see, some that are, as I say, pretty much finished. So these are the pretty much finished ones. And then some that are nowhere near finished. So, do you guys have projects like this? Or are you great, awesome, organised and finish a project before starting a new one? Then in this box, it's a bit more of the same. We've got these, which are all cut and scored. So I was clearly going to make a mini book, so we will do that at some point. Using mostly Vicky B paper, but we have got a couple of Chamel and Amy Tam papers in there as well. I've got this, which is a Disney mini book I was making using Simple Stories papers. And inside these, I've put loads of pockets. So it's definitely a full-on project, this, that I would really like to finish. So a couple of mini book projects coming your way in due course. And then some more. So I've got this where I fussy cut I'm not fussy cut, but I've sliced open this, so I clearly had an idea for a layout there. That's using the Vicky Booting Storyteller paper. We've got this is fussy cut, and I've placed it onto another sheet of paper. This gorgeous cut file, not done anything with. A layout ready to go using L Studio icy stuff. This is a Echo Park paper, so I think I was going to use Iceland photos. So that's done, that's there. This was the offcut of a recent layout. I've got these P13 banners and tags. I know what kind of layout I want to complete with that. A Kaisercraft cut file and another Page Evans cut file. This one is like major. Like, I've got these shaker things using Spiegelmom scraps, and then we've got loads of bits going on, and I've done nothing with it, but it's nearly finished. I've matted this photo, fussy cut some of this and done nothing with it. Who knows why. Got a photo of my nephew and mum with this mandala from Page Evans. The Vicky Booting Storyteller Rainbow. And then loads of cut files, which I have backed most of them, but done nothing with. So it would be good to get these used and in albums. I've backed most of them with Christmas paper, but it doesn't mean I have to use Christmas product. This one is more of a love theme. We've got the house, mixed media background that I've done. Another cut file, a COVID Christmas cut file. So that is what I am on about when I say I have a load of unfinished projects. I really do have a load of unfinished projects. So this series is going to be focusing on using these products and adding in more, which will come from my Scrap Backwards kit, but equally will come from my stash. I'll just dive in and see what we need to finish it up, and hopefully get them out of those boxes and into the albums where they belong. So hopefully that is a series you're looking forward to seeing, and hopefully it is something that inspires you to finish up some projects yourself and get some creative time going. I'm really trying to focus my channel and engage more with you guys, so I appreciate you hanging about, and yeah, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow for Scrap Backwards and in the week for other videos. I hope you have a wonderful week. I will see you all soon. Bye for now.